Right. So there's something called the victim thinking, right? And they're not really thinking. So an example is this: I have this book here. I have a book here, and then my goal is to print this book, right? If if I tell you that I want to print this book, and you tell me, hey, you don't have a colored printer, so you can't print this book. That's the thinking I'm talking about, right? It's your mind. You can think of endless possibilities. It doesn't end. The possibilities in our minds don't end. I mean, we are the custodians of the universe. The possibilities in our minds don't end. But some way, somehow, we choose to look at the ways by which what we want cannot be achieved. Makes no sense. I want to print this book, and then you tell me I don't have a color printer, so I can't print it. Did you solve my problem? No. Then why did you even tell me? You didn't even solve my problem. So why did you even talk to me about it? Makes no sense. Instead, you can tell me, okay, you want to print this book, you will need some things where maybe at the moment you don't have. Well, is it? I even have it there. I even have it there. It's so natural to think in that way, just like wishful thinking. Just boom, and then you'll be doing it your whole life. Your life will be wasted. So first, you want to ask me what I have. Mm-hmm. First thing. So, hey, I want to print this book. All right, that's nice. What do you have to work with? Right. So if you ask me what I have to work with, and then I tell you, okay, I have trees, I have bicycles, I have biscuits, I have clothes. Okay, then we have something to work with, right? You have to talk about what you have to work with. The things, the tangible things you can work with. If everybody talks about what they don't have, then then how are we the custodians of the world? Custodians of not having, custodians of things that don't exist, right? Makes no sense to talk about things you don't have. Somehow it's a product of wishful thinking. Because it's still a wish. You're thinking about, hope and wishes. It's still a wish. It's wishful thinking to think that way. To think, hey, I don't have this. If I had this, I would have done this. That is still wishful thinking. Stop thinking wishfully and start thinking, what do I have? And when you start thinking what I have, then you become a builder. That is even ungodly. Very, very ungodly. Talking about things you don't have. Playing victim to things you don't have. It's very ungodly. I'll give you a reason. I'll give you proof. It's very ungodly to think about things you don't have. To talk about things you don't have. Especially when they stop you from building something. Instead of making you innovative. For instance, back to my book. I want to print this book, or I want to make this book. And then I start by saying, oh, I don't have this paper. I don't have this type of paper. I don't have this type of ink. So clearly I can't do it. Immediately with your reasons do opposite of what your goal is, right? Because these reasons I just gave validated the fact that I can't build it. Which was not my goal. My goal was to build it. But I validated the fact that I can't build it, which is bad. What, right? So our minds are the nodes in our minds, right? The neurons in it, the dendrites and the dendrons, right? The kind of like a network, like vectors, yes, vectors like connected planes like that. You've seen this AI vectors thing. You want all of them to come together and point towards a direction. That is when you get maximum output out of it, right? You want all of them to come together and point towards one direction with some crazy magnitude, right? But if you, the human being, humans are spirits, you, the human, right? Part of you is moving some notes this way, some of you part of you is moving some notes this way. And what are you doing? You're fighting yourself, right? You're you are giving reasons to fight your goals. Makes no sense, right? Absolutely, absolutely no sense. Like you speak about the things you have, how they're going to help you achieve what you want, and then all the no's come together and it moves you forward. It moves you forward and it moves you forward, and you achieve your goal. Like it is so ungodly, right? I forgot about it. I didn't forget about the ungodly. Well, I skipped the ungodly part. It's still ungodly. It's ungodly. It is ungodly. Oh, this light is bright. Why does the color change when I do this? Then changes when I do this. My face is brown. Okay, maybe. It's so ungodly. It's an ungodly character and attitude to talk about always about the things you don't have and play a victim to it. So let's see. Imagine the beginning of time, right? Beginning of matter and everything. Clearly not the beginning of God because God existed, but the beginning of time when God created time, the idea of time, and everything He wanted to make. Imagine God complaining or saying that He doesn't have some material. Well, that that would be the craziest thing ever, right? I mean, how will you even explain this? Right? The one being that can do everything is now in need of something. Where is he going to get it from? He's the same thing. Like he's the only thing that is available. Yet that is crazy. Think about it. So if you want to mimic the character of God, which we are, right, as humans in the image of God, and this is our kingdom. Wait, this is it. This is our kingdom. Well, this is our field of play. We are custodians of this place. Custodians of the earth is like our cradle. I mean, we can get out of it someday. I mean, Elon is doing that already. So yeah, right. Yeah, then what makes us custodians if you're always complaining and we're always playing victim to the constraints that the same one we are custodians of gives us, right? Makes no sense. Makes no sense. It's like you, right? It's like you put your hand, you cough your arms, and then now you play victim.